What's up, everybody? Getting into this episode of Beyond the Gates. This was another great episode. All hell is breaking loose because of this damn secret. More and more people are starting to find out. The fallout has begun. But I enjoyed that Bill scene. Bill and Danny at the club drinking and stuff because we're learning more and more about Bill. And I do agree with a lot of people who say Bill is better when he's away from Haley. He really is. Like, he is a gem when he ain't around that woman. We're learning more about him and why he comes basically to the Dupree's aid whenever they need help, because he sees Vernon as a father figure. As much as he wishes that he didn't anymore, and he tries to stop, he can't help it. He needs validation from Vernon. He needs his approval because he never had those things from his father. I really want to know more about Bill's family. Like, I really do. And somebody mentioned it before, how much of a good tie-in it would be if Bill was related to Devon Hamilton from Y&R. That would actually be quite interesting. It really would. I wouldn't mind it. Honestly, that'd be a good little tie-in, nice little crossover at some point. Not now, but probably in like 2026 or something. That'd be pretty cool. But I want to know more about Bill and his family. You know what I'm saying? Like his dad and who he is and, how his upbringing was. Because clearly that had an effect on Bill. Because he's opening up, talking about it and whatnot. So I see why he see Vernon as a father figure. And he needs that validation. That's why it hurt him so much when Vernon chewed him out at the club. I mean, at Orphy Jeans. When Vernon did that, it really, did something to him emotionally, because it brought him back to what his dad would do. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's sad. But I'm glad that we're getting more character development on Bill. Like, we're finding out more and more about him, which is pretty cool. I'm enjoying it. And plus, I love him and Danny together. They do have chemistry. I love them together, but then again, I'm like, the way he treated her, I don't know if I could get past that. I don't know, because he was a straight ass towards her. So anyway, moving on from that. Martin. Like father, like son. He reminded me, so what he's doing now is so much of what Ted was doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get busted for something, you get called out for your shadiness, something that you did in the past that's disrupting your family life now. And the first thing that they're worried about is, when are you going to be able to forgive me? Like, what's the timeline, basically? Because he was talking about how he want to earn back his family trust. And Smitty was like, listen, I can't make no promises. I don't know. Oh, is that now or is that forever? Martin, read the room. You just dropped a bomb on your husband. Okay, this man is still processing what he found out. And you're worried about when is he going to be able to forgive and trust you again? Like, you want to know a timeline. Oh, is that for right now or is that forever? Smitty was like, look, I can't promise you nothing. I don't know. I don't know where we stand at this point. And I'm not mad at Smitty. I'm not mad at it. Because Smitty still wanted him out. He was like, no, come on, you got to go. He needs a separation right now. And, that's just what it is. You can't rush the process. Like, you lied to him. And, they told the kids what they felt they needed to know about the situation, which I'm glad they did, because I'm like, I wouldn't tell them everything, because these kids pretty much show why they don't need to know grown folk business and why they need to, like, stay out of it. Because now the kids are basically divided on this situation. Like, Samantha feels like, Martin was a hero and he shouldn't be punished, basically, by Smitty. I'm like, Samantha, it was way more to it than that. It's not just about what he did. Nobody's saying what he did was wrong. It was clear self-defense. You know what I'm saying? You were dealing with some racist assholes. Naturally, what he did was not wrong. But the aftermath of it was where he messed up. He kept this secret so long from his husband and lied to him. Their issues are way deeper than just this secret. It's the job situation, how Martin tried to, maneuver behind Smitty's back when it came down to him going back to work. It's just the disrespect of it, and she don't understand that. But maybe one day when she get married, one day and have a family of her own and some stuff go down, she'll get it. But for right now, she doesn't get it. Like, it's deeper than just this secret. Like, it's respect. It's honesty. It's loyalty. You know what I'm saying? It goes deeper than just him keeping a damn secret from 2 years ago. It's more to it. And Tyrell feel like, oh, we don't know the full story. We still not being told the whole story. No, you're not being told the whole story. You don't need to know the whole story. You know what you need to know, what they felt comfortable telling you, and that's it. You need to let it go and move on. And that's all. I don't blame Anita for being pissed off at Vernon for keeping this from her, because she knew something wasn't right. So I can't fault her either, because she felt like her and Vernon had a better marriage than that. You know what I'm saying? For him to keep this, but Vernon want to talk about, oh, I didn't, want to distract you from what you had going on. She ain't worried about them little discount hoes. She is not worried about them little articulates. Please. She was like, that shit imploded. We ain't worried about that. We got bigger things to handle. I ain't mad at her, because that's a blimp on the radar. Ain't nobody worried about no damn articulate. Worried about that nonsense. We got all hell breaking loose. Ain't nobody worried about them little discount Dollar Tree hoes. Vernon, once Martin showed up or whatever with his bags in tow, that's when they was like, yeah, Smitty done kicked you out. They saw it immediately once they seen them bags. Vernon offered to talk to Smitty or whatever, but I agree with Martin. You need to give Smitty his space. Like, ain't no point in talking to him, trying to see if you can help them work that out. Give that man his time. Smitty wasn't going to be down for a cover up. I mean, that's pretty much what Martin told him. Like, had he went to Smitty 2 years ago and told him what happened, he knew Smitty would have went right to the police station with him and told him to, suffer the repercussions. Like, deal with the consequences of what happened. Because Smitty wasn't, he's like a Dudley Do-Right kind of person. Like, he's not down for cover-ups. But in this case, he may not have a choice. Because at the end of the day, it was clear self-defense. But the cover-up has to stand because, like Anita pointed out, the county that they were in, they're known for racist crimes. Like, that's why them racist assholes targeted them, because they're known to be racist out there. So they wouldn't have got a fair, a fair shake. Especially now, because the stakes are even higher now. You know what I mean? Because, like Vernon pointed out, if they go public now, there's no way to conceal everybody who was involved. There's no way. Even if Martin was like, oh, I'll take the full brunt of it. There's no way. Because, for one, you don't know who that Kenneth told about this. You don't know. He could have told somebody about this. What if they come snooping around? Either way, there's no way of keeping Joey and Marcel and Ted and Bill out of the mix. And Vernon. There's no way of keeping all their names out. And that's what Vernon's worried about. Because if Joey's name get brought up in this, he know he gonna have to deal with Joey. Like, he know Joey gonna come out publicly. He know Joey gonna retaliate. So they, you gotta keep the cover at this point. You ain't got no choice. Now they gotta figure out how they gonna tell Nicole all this nonsense. Because Vanessa was over there visiting Nicole and whatnot. Nicole need a hot girl summer. I'm gonna tell you that right now. She done been through it. Homegirl need a real hot girl summer at this point. She need it. Like, seriously, with everything Nicole went through, she really need to let her hair down. Like, she need to go out, have a girls' night or something, have some fun. She need to call up that Carlton and get her ladder and ride that. She do. She need to. And I feel like with all these secrets coming out, she's probably going to be at her breaking point. Because her and Vanessa was talking about the whole Leslie situation. And Nicole really tried to downplay it. Talking about, oh, she nearly strangled Leslie. It wasn't nothing near about it. You had your hands around that girl's throat. You choked the hell out of that girl. Even Vanessa was looking at her like, oh, you about that life. Like, Vanessa was shocked. I mean, people got their breaking point. And Nicole is getting to hers. She's at hers. You know what I'm saying? I feel like she's just gonna spiral. So then Vanessa had to break it down to her what happened at the press conference. Because she was like, it was suspicious because Joey was there. Bill was there talking to Martin, and then Vernon was talking to Martin, and she was just like, it was very odd, like something's going on. And then they abruptly shut the press conference down. So Vanessa encouraged her. She was like, listen, you need to go to your family and find out what the hell going on. She was like, don't wait for them to contact you and call you. You need to go to them and figure it out. And that's exactly what she did. Went right over to Martin and Smitty's. And she was dumbfounded when she found out Martin was put out. She was like, what the fuck is going on? So I'm glad Smitty didn't tell her nothing. Smitty was just like, listen, you need to go talk to your son. He need to tell you what's going on. It's not my place. And I'm glad he did that. You know, she got to be there for her grandkids and stuff and try to comfort them and what's going on. Homegirl was not playing. She went over to Vernon and Anita house, just straight bust up in there, slamming doors. She was not playing. She wanted to know what the hell was going on. It was like a little tornado came through there. She was not having it. Because she is so sick of they bullshit and they lies. I know this is just going to break her. I know it. Like, it ain't, you know, it's only but so much a person can take. So Jacob come over to see Smitty or whatever and tell Smitty about the body that Marcel found, which is Kenneth's body. So Smitty had to play it off and pretend like he didn't know nothing about it. And he tried to basically get Jacob to move away from that whole Marcel Joey connection, or that they got, you know, like they're involved in it somehow. Smitty, I think in this moment, he knows he ain't gonna have no choice. As much as he doesn't like covering corruption and stuff like that, when it involves his family, he may not have a choice. And I'm not even mad at him, because let's be for real. If Jacob got evidence on his father, I don't truly believe Jacob would turn his father in. I don't think he would. I think he would wrestle with it. I think he would. Same way Martin is wrestling with it right now. Because, I mean, Smitty. Because it's not just Martin on the line. It's other people too. But I don't really think he's thinking about everybody else. I think he's more so thinking about Martin, because obviously, you know, even though they're having their issues, that's still his husband at the end of the day. You know, they still love each other. So it's just a hot mess at this moment. So Smitty got a lot of decisions that he need to make, you know, and the good thing is he ain't got to make all them decisions right now. But I ain't mad at him for covering up, because honestly, Marcel deserved a fucking medal for taking out that racist piece of trash. He deserved it. He deserved a pay raise before he retired. The Duprees need to write that man a $2 million check, the whole nine, because he deserved every dollar of it for taking out them race, you know, that racist ass man. That's why I say they ain't do nothing wrong. It's just the cover up that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing they messed up at, was the cover up. And now they got to figure out how to maneuver that. But it's gonna be a hot mess, and I'm here for it. This has been good. But this was a pretty cool episode. I enjoyed this. But hit the comment section, let me know what you all thought, and I will see you all later. Have a great night. Peace.